Good morning to all of you. I, Babita, is going to teach you 8th class maths. Today we are going to discuss about the properties of rational number. In that we are going to discuss commutative property, associative property, inverse property, identity property, and at last distributive property. So I hope after watching this video you don't get confused in any of the properties and all the properties are clear to you. So let's get started. Firstly, we will discuss about commutative and associative properties of rational numbers. In this, we will discuss about the commutative property of addition. So here, if we add 3 plus 2, then we will get 5. When we add 2 plus 3, that is also 5. So with the help of this example, we get to know that a plus b, that will be equal to b plus a. What we get? A plus b is equal to b plus a. It means the order in which we add doesn't matter. The order in which we add doesn't matter. The result will be same. Next, commutative property of multiplication. Next topic is commutative property of multiplication. So let's see the example. If we multiply 5 with 10, then the result is 50. And if we multiply 10 into 5, then also the result will be 50. See here. Okay. So from this example, what we get to know that a into b, that will be equal to b into a. So in case of multiplication also, the commutative property holds good. It means the order in which we multiply doesn't matter. The order in which we multiply doesn't matter. Now we will see commutative properties does not hold good for subtraction and division. We will discuss this with the help of example. So first example, if we subtract 3 from 8, then the result is 5. Now if we change the order of the number, then 3 minus 8 will be minus 5. It means the result are not same. So commutative property does not hold for subtraction. Now let us see for the division. If we divide 8 by 4, then the result is 2. And when we divide 4 with 8, then the result is 1 by 2. So what we are seeing? That the result in both the cases are different. So commutative property does not hold for division also. It means if we change the order in case of subtraction and division, then we will have a different answer. So what we get to know that in case of subtraction and division, the result is different. So here is the summary of commutative property. First, commutative property holds true for addition and multiplication, but it does not hold true for subtraction and division. Now let's have a look over associative property of addition and multiplication. So firstly we will discuss the associative property of addition. Now if we are having three rational number a, b and c, if the value of a is 2 and b is 3 and c is 4, so if we add a plus b firstly, means here a plus b is in bracket and c is outside the bracket. So firstly we have to add 2 plus 3. If we add 2 plus 3, then the result is 5. Now 5 plus 4 is what? 9. Now see the RHS part. In RHS we are having a plus b plus c. Now in the second condition, within the bracket we are having the value of b plus c. So here the value of b is what? 3 and the value of c is 4. Now firstly what we have to do? We have to add 3 and 4. So after adding that we will get 2 plus 7. Hence the result is 9. So what we get to know? That it does not matter how the attendants are grouped. It changes the order in which we add them. But the answer is the same. It means in associative property, even after changing the group, the results are same. Now have a look over the multiplication property. Here let's take a into b into c. So in first condition a into b is in bracket and c is outside the bracket. So value of a is what? 2 as we had taken, and value of b is 3 and value of c is 4. So firstly we have to multiply 2 into 3. 2 into 3 is 6. 6 into 4 is 24. Now see the RHS. In RHS we are having b into c within the bracket and a that is outside the bracket. So firstly we have to multiply 3 into 4. When we multiply 3 into 4, then the result is 12. Now we have to multiply 12 with a. So 12 into 2 is 24. So in case of multiplication also the results are same. It means it does not matter how the factors are grouped. It changes the order in which we multiply them, but the answer is same. With this example we get to know that associative property does not hold true for subtraction and division. What we get to know? That associative property does not hold true for subtraction and division. So let us take an example for this. Here the value of a is 9, b is 5 and c is 3. So in this example we had grouped 9 and 5 firstly. So 9 minus 5 is what? 4. Then 4 minus 3 is 1. Now let us move on to the RHS side. In RHS side we have taken 5 minus 3 within the group, within the bracket. So 5 minus 3 is what? 2. Now 9 minus 2 is 7. So what we get to know? That 1 is not is equal to 7. It means associative property does not hold true for subtraction. Now see for division. Here we are having the next example. In this the value of e is what? 8. Value of b is 4 and value of c is 2. Here firstly we had grouped 8 and 4. Okay. Now 8 divided by 4 is what? 2. And again, if we divide 2 with the 2, then the result is 1. Now see the RHS side. In RHS side, we had grouped 4 divided by 2. Now 4 divided by 2 is what? 2. So 8 divided by 2 is what? 4. So what we get to know? That the results are not same. That is, RHS is not is equal to LHS. So associative property does not hold good in case of division also. So here's the summary of associative property. In associative property, we get to know how we have to group together, and we get to know that which group will be operated firstly. Okay, so from the mentioned example, what we get to know? We get to know that associative property holds true for addition and multiplication, and it does not hold true for subtraction and division. Yes, next is for the exercise. Let us see, we have understood the properties or not. In this, we have to identify the property which is shown. Now see the first one. See the first one. In the first one, we are having 17 plus 43, that is equal to 43 plus 17. Which property is it? This one is commutative property. What is this? This one is commutative property. Now see the second. In the second, we are having 4 into 5. 4 into 5 is within the bracket into 2 outside the bracket, and to the RHS side we are having 4 outside the bracket into 5 into 2 within the bracket. So which property is this? Can you tell me? Yes, this one is the associative property. What is this? This one is the associative property. Now see here, 8 plus 3 within the bracket plus 5 outside the bracket, and to the RHS side we are having 3 plus 8 plus 5. This is also the associative property over addition, and second one is the associative property over multiplication. Okay, now see the fourth example also. In the fourth example, we are having 7 plus 2 within the bracket, and outside the bracket we are having plus 3, that is equal to 2 plus 7 plus 3, where 7 plus 3 is within the bracket. So which type of identity is it? This is again associative property over addition.